Your life experience, good or bad, is a gift when you share it with others. At Taxi Chronicles, we allow real riders with real stories to share their gift. So hopefully this episode will intrigue, enhance or inspire you. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Morning. Yes, we're back with another episode, another rider. Today we have a nice gentleman in the car. His name is Tom. Sean, sorry. My mistake. Sean. And he works in a care home. So he's going to tell us what it's like working in a care home, why he chose to do it, and just generally who he is. So nice to have you here today.
Nice to be here.
So my first question to you is, what were you like when you were in school?
I was an idiot, really.
Okay, Lucy, you gotta know yourself.
Yeah.
Why'd you say that? So why'd you say you're an idiot?
I used to just do really stupid things. I would do dares for nothing, and I would just say stupid stuff and all that lark, and that's the reason I only had like 2 friends in school my whole life. Okay,
well, the amount of friends doesn't matter, it's the quality of friends.
Yeah.
And what you're telling me just there, my friend, it just seems like you're just being a kid.
Yeah.
It's nothing, it's not an idiot, it's fun and game.
Yeah.
It's like those American movies where you got 3 good friends.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like, actually.
And you're in your own world. Yeah, so that's all good. So how did you come to work in a care home?
Well, just under 2 months ago, my dad passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Cheers. So I needed to bring some money into the house to help my mum out.
Mm-hmm.
And she works at a care home, the same one.
Mm-hmm.
So she asked if there were any jobs going for me, and there was. So I decided that I'd give it a try, and I really like it. I really like being there. I've only been there a couple of weeks, so I haven't even been paid yet, but it is quite a good job.
Okay. So are they care home? I automatically think old people. Is it old people or?
Oh yeah, all old people.
All old people. So they're constantly telling you stories.
Not quite yet. A few have. They do have them though. They really do have stories, especially what I've heard from my mum and everything.
What kind of? Give us a story. We've got some time. Give us a story.
Well, let me think. There's one there called Ruby, one of the residents, and she was around during World War II.
Okay.
So she got a job where she worked in manufacturing the rifles for them.
Mm-hmm.
So her job was to cock them to make sure they'd actually go back. So she did that all the time.
Working parts.
Yeah. So now her arm is stuck in the position of holding a gun because of how often she did it. Yeah.
So she never used to stretch her arm?
No, she just did it, got on with it.
Thinking of the war effort.
Yeah. And then one time when she was doing it, she got bombed. Her factory, and she was under a pile of rubble. But
is this down in Arsenal?
Village?
Old Arsenal?
I think it might have been.
It would have, because that's the only major arsenal I know of. It's military. So it's the only that's why Arsenal, the football team's called Arsenal, because they're originally based down there.
Oh,
that's
okay.
where they've got the cannons as their
Oh my god, that's so cool, I never knew that.
So if I did support a football team, it would be Arsenal, because I'm military and I can admire the fact that they used to supply us with weapons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it would have been that place. So when they were digging there, doing new buildings and stuff, they were finding like bombs, artillery shells, and stuff like that in the ground still. So they decided to keep the old rest and just restore the old flats.
Yeah.
In small areas they just built tower blocks.
Yeah.
So it saves them disturbing the rest of the ground.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Like that. But sorry, I've deviated. You were saying she got bombed?
Yeah, she got bombed and the ceiling came down in on her and she was just buried under a pile of rubble. But somehow she made it out, and now she's sitting in the care home that I work in. She's like 90 something now.
That's real determined, man.
Yeah. Don't know how she's done it.
Because I'm thinking that if she's in an artillery shelter, not a shelter, it's like one of those big warehouses.
Yeah.
So the metal may have been that asbestos metal that would have come down on her.
Yeah.
So that's probably why she was able to get out.
Yeah. Yeah. Not too heavy and everything.
Not real reinforced concrete slabs or anything.
Yeah.
Would have crushed her like an ant.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So how did she say how she felt when she was there? Was she lying on the floor in the rubble for a long time?
I think she was there for an hour, and she was just kicking and screaming. From what she said that, and then everyone in the local area was going through it, trying to, after the bombs had stopped, trying to get everyone out, and they found her under a pile of rubble, and yeah.
How old was she? You know?
I think she was somewhere in her 20s. I think so.
What a way to go, isn't it?
Yeah.
So she probably understands how the Palestinians feel.
Oh, probably. Yeah. It's terrible.
Because after that, she said she's probably anti-bombing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In that respect. Regardless that she was making... Oh, no. She said she was making rifles.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Sherlock Holmes movie with Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie?
Guy Ritchie's the director. Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, yeah. A while ago I seen.
Yeah, it's quite old.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where there's a British guy, he's a sniper.
Yeah.
And he's up in a tower.
Mm-hmm.
And he's shooting.
Yeah.
That's in one of the old artillery bases.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's mental.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Because obviously Britain was a big manufacturing for weapons.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of the companies went to America afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
When building weapons was banned.
Yeah.
Unless you had a government contract.
Yeah.
But so you said lots of stories. You've heard lots of stories.
Yeah.
In thing. That's interesting. So far, I know you've only been doing it 3 weeks, but what have you learnt that you wish you knew when you started?
That with most people, there's more than meets the eye. I think because all of them have been through a lot, and they're still just normal people. You know, none of them are mean. They're all still quite kind-hearted and everything, no matter what they've been through. And that age doesn't really stop you. You know, there's a 104-year-old resident there, and he still comes down from 2 floors. He comes down, walks down there to get his breakfast. So he's Yeah, that's his thing. Mm-hmm. He's not going to stop doing that, I get you. Yeah,
that's interesting. There's lots of old people, about 50 old people now?
There's 25, it's kind of small.
Okay. Well, that's a lot of hands. Is it like a 12-hour shift?
Most of the time it's 12 hours.
Right. I suppose it's 24 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to be with them all the time, because at nights they especially need attention, because they'll need help getting out of bed and everything, so...
To go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. What's the future hold for you?
Well, soon I'm gonna do a security course.
SIA?
Huh?
The SIA?
Yeah.
Security Industry Association?
Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully I can get a license for that, and then try and get some security jobs, because I think I'd fit well into it. I think it'd be my sort of thing that I'd like to do.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
Based on your personality, I don't know you that well, of course. I've only just met you.
Yeah.
When you do the SIA, there's another section where it's the CCTV.
Yes. Yeah.
Go for that.
Yeah.
I think that suits your personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Because you can do those in the supermarkets, work the CCTV or government. If you get that qualification, you can ask to work for the Home Office.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Their security. If you're into computers and all that, and the way you got your headphones.
Yeah.
It's not good to judge a book by its cover, but
no,
I reckon you will fit into that, and you can travel the world with it.
Yeah. To be fair, it is something that I can take to anywhere really. Most places do need it.
Yeah. And just develop the skills, understand the latest technology, why things are the best. So when you go for interviews, you can talk about that. They can see that you really love what you do.
Yeah.
You'll be in there.
Yeah, cheers for that suggestion. I might have to actually do that.
Yeah, I hope you do.
Thanks.
get in a taxi. If you call me again,
Yeah.
and you haven't done it, you can't get in a taxi.
Oh well.
And stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can go to Home Office website.
Yeah.
And see what they have. They always have jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the immigration. You could be doing that for the immigration.
Yeah.
Immigration, and they can drop you in different places around the world. You
Mm-hmm.
do 3 months here, or 3 years usually in another country, just doing the CCTV.
Yeah.
Those things.
That sounds pretty good, actually.
You could do it in the war zones, get higher pay.
Yeah.
Or you could do it in hostile. You could do it in the Barbados.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah. But it's all a start, isn't it? It's all a start.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. So you're considering doing that security program.
Yeah.
You spoke about you used to play a lot of pranks when you were younger. What kind of pranks did you play?
Oh, they're mostly on myself, to be honest, for the entertainment of my friends.
Okay.
This is gonna sound really stupid. I went fishing once.
Yeah.
And there was just a time where I used to go fishing maybe once a week for a while, in the summer with my 2 mates. And one like the last time we were doing it, we found a Tupperware box of the sweet corn that we were using as bait that had probably been there for about 4 or 5 weeks, and somehow a big dried dead leaf had managed to get into the box, and I was there to eat some of the sweet corn.
Here we go down that route.
And I don't like sweet corn at the best of times anyway.
Really? I like sweet corn.
I can't stand it. It ruins everything for me.
Okay.
But I did it, and then I tried to keep it down, but probably 10 seconds passed and I was vomiting in a bush, and I didn't even catch a fish that day, so none of it was really worth it.
You should have vomited in the river, then the fish would have come to eat that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually a good suggestion. I should have done that. Yeah.
They don't know better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they think it's a buffet.
Yeah.
I hear you, mate. I hear you. So, mum got you the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got siblings?
Yes, I have a twin and 2 older
Oh,
brothers.
you're a twin?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. So, 2 of you, because you remind me a bit of a Viking, like you play a role in a feature film, epic film.
Cheers.
Yeah, twin brothers. You into Lord of the Rings?
Oh my god, I've got a tattoo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, of the author's signature.
Okay, who's your favourite character?
Probably Aragorn.
Aaron, which one's that again?
He's
The book reader.
Huh?
One who reads the books?
No, he's the one who goes with them. He's the tool man, played by Viggo Mortensen.
What does he do?
He in the first film, he's the one who moves their rooms, moves them from one room to the next so they don't get killed.
The rider.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you prefer, Lord of the Rings or Game of Thrones?
Probably Lord of the Rings.
Is it? Why? Because it's more mystical.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I read them for a while and I cried when I finished them, to be honest, because...
Okay, that's deep, man. That's deep, okay.
But I did like Game of Thrones. I didn't mind the way it ended. Everyone hated it.
What?
I didn't mind it.
No, listen, don't say that again after I asked you to leave. Yeah? That was abysmal. Think about how they cut it. They ripped that to shreds.
I don't. But I thought it could have been worse.
Oh, I don't. Listen, that's a hard shout. That's a hard shout, mate. What I'm saying is that they really did that some injustice and stuff. So, who was your favourite character in Game of Thrones?
It might have been Tyrion. I love Tyrion. He was great because Tyrion and Varys together, they were like the funniest part of the show, and it was just good to, like, after something serious happened, to just go to a bit of a funny bit for a second because they work so well together.
So going back to the care home, you don't see yourself working there for too long.
Probably not.
You're going to go on thing, but you do appreciate the old people.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And all of that, which is good. I admire that and stuff. What's the impact you want to have on the world?
I don't really know. I mean, I've always dreamed of writing, and I guess I'd love to do something with that. but I don't really know. It's not something I really asked myself, to be honest.
What do you write? What do you write about?
Well, I like to write screenplays.
Get that quiet.
Yeah.
You've written stuff before?
Well, I'm writing 2 right now.
Okay.
And I don't really know how I'd even get it off the ground, but even just to be able to say to myself that I have written them means a lot to me.
What are they about?
One is a horror set in the 1600s.
Okay.
And the other one's about a broken relationship sort of thing. That gets worse as the story goes.
Reach out to Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, maybe.
Reach out to Guy Ritchie. Find out who, you see the credits, who's worked with him before, who might be interested. If not, you reach out, try directly to him.
Yeah.
And see what he's saying. If he may have an apprenticeship scheme.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know, So it's all worth having a look. Having a look and seeing how things go, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's quite a few episodes I've done here.
Yeah.
Where people, screenwriters.
Oh yeah.
Stuff like that. So you can listen to those.
Yeah.
And then maybe even get in touch with them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you'll hear their story. There's a young girl who had done some play about domestic violence, but a reverse scenario where the man's being beaten by the woman and eventually the woman kills the man.
Yeah.
Which is actually a true story.
Okay.
And she sold out in the first 2 weeks.
Oh damn.
Well, the second day she sold out because a scriptwriter, some critic wrote about the play, and they just sold out every day after that for the remaining 2 weeks.
That's great.
Because they booked the theatre for only 2 weeks, they couldn't book it any longer.
Oh, damn.
But I said to her, I would have just moved the show to somewhere else.
Yeah.
I said, we've got a full house here.
Yeah.
We've got to the new people. Even if it is like a school hall.
Yeah.
Just hire a load of chairs.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You've got an assembly stage already, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's going well, you try and keep it going for as long as you can.
Yeah, you keep that ball rolling, mate.
Yeah.
Well, you've been a great guest. Last question is, what's the impact you want to have in the world?
Well, if I could pursue writing, I think I'd like to just make people think twice before thinking they know something, sort of thing. Because you never know who someone is or what they've been through.
Second guess yourself.
Yeah.
Before passing judgment.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for that. And we wish you well.
Cheers, thank you.
We hope you liked that Taxi Chronicles interview. Don't forget to share and subscribe to get the latest episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economies and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources. Listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m. British Standard Time.